Hey guys, we're out hiking all the time and we see people making the same common mistakes over and over again. Not making these same common mistakes can make for a much better hiking experience for you and even save your life. We're here on the Mountains to Sea Trail near Maggie Valley. We're going to go through those common mistakes with you and show you what to do and what not to do. Come along with us.
Number 1.
Whew. Even in the winter, you and hiking, you can build up a crazy thirst. I am so thirsty. I forgot water, guys.
Really, Dad?
What are you doing? Without water, we'll be liquidated.
So the most common mistake that we see on the trail is people not bringing water or not bringing enough water. So when you're hiking, you always want to bring some water. In fact, we even bring extra water to give to people that don't have water sometimes, which we've done a number of times when hiking. So that, again, that's a very common mistake. People head out on the trail, they realize it's longer than they thought, they think they didn't need water, or worse, they bring soda or something that just makes them even more thirsty. And then they're way out on the trail, they're thirsty, they're getting dehydrated, and it can become a serious medical issue. And in fact, a number of Park Service people have been called out to trails to treat people that are dehydrated. So always bring water, bring more than you think you're gonna need. And I also recommend bringing a little portable water filter that you can actually put into the creek. It will filter the water and make it safe for you to drink. And I've got a link for that down below if you guys are interested in getting that. I always keep one in our pack just in case we run out of water or don't have enough.
Number 2.
Whoa, almost slipped. So that leads me to common mistake number 2, not having a good pair of hiking boots or hiking shoes. This is a mistake that we see a lot of people make. We've actually seen people on the trail in flip-flops. Not a good option. You want something that's going to be really good for your feet, provide a lot of padding and support, because the trails are rocky, there's trees, there's mud, there's different kinds of various conditions, and all of those are going to be really rough on your feet if you don't have the proper shoes on. When hiking, your feet are the most important part of your body, and you want to protect them. Failure to do so can lead to long-term consequences that can even impact your ability to hike. Now, with that said, you don't have to have hiking boots or a really expensive pair of hiking boots. A really nice pair of tennis shoes or just athletic shoes will work just fine. Just remember that your footwear will get wet, it will get muddy. You're out in the woods. Wear something that you're not worried about getting dirty.
Are you kidding me? My $200 shoes are dirty.
Socks are also critically important. So you want to wear nice padded socks, something that's very comfortable, and socks that stay dry. One of the best things about a good pair of boots is not only will they protect your feet, they're going to keep you from falling and slipping. Most of the higher end or nice hiking boots have anti-slip tread. So that's going to be really important when you're walking up a steep incline after it's been raining, or if you need to do any creek hopping. Here's a little pro tip, just from a dad who has kids. Don't buy an expensive pair of hiking boots for your younger children. They're gonna outgrow them too fast and you're gonna end up spending $1,000 on pairs of hiking boots. Just buy them a good pair of athletic shoes, they'll be fine.
Number 3.
So far too often we're out on the trail, we see people dressed exactly like that. And for small short outings where you're just doing a little short hike, hiking with the family, it's fine. But if you're gonna do a much longer hike or anything more serious, especially in the summer when it's really humid and you'll be sweating a lot, cotton is not your friend. Cotton holds moisture, and moisture is also not your friend. In the mountains, weather can vary greatly. If you have wet clothing on, that's gonna stick to you, it's gonna make your body even colder. And even in warm conditions, that can lead to hypothermia, which can be very dangerous and life-threatening. So instead of cotton, what you want to wear is high polyester blend clothing. This is often called stay dry clothing. I think that's Nike's brand name for it, but there's other brand names for it. You'll see it. It'll basically say moisture wicking or stay dry. That's what you want to target. This includes your pants, your shirts, and even your undergarments. And I stress undergarments because if you're gonna be hiking for a long time, especially in warm conditions, you gotta worry about chafing, because if your undergarments get moist or wet from sweating, that can really rub your skin raw and make for a very uncomfortable hike. And I know that's a little weird topic to talk about, but it's important.
The tree hugger says number 4. There's a bear.
A bear? I don't see a bear. Oh, there's the bear. Okay, guys, we probably want to slowly back away. Guys, they left me. Crap. So that is a perfect example of what you do not want to do when you encounter wildlife. All right, so when hiking, it's inevitable that you're going to run into wildlife. You may see a bear, you may see a snake, you may see a coyote, you may see wild boar, you may see a squirrel. Oh, that's generally what we see. But you're going to see wildlife. It's just inevitable if you're hiking. One of the most important things to remember is the animals are far more afraid of you than you are of them. So when hiking, always keep your eyes on the trail, look ahead, listen out for sounds, and just be aware. Again, chances are you're probably not going to see anything, but you always want to keep your eyes open just in case you do. So the first thing you want to do when you see a wild animal on the trail, whether it be a bear or a coyote or anything, but in particular bears, because those are the ones that people tend to run into a little bit more, is you want to stop immediately. You don't want to keep walking, you don't want to walk towards it. You want to stop. You want to pay attention to the wildlife, see if it's noticed you. If it has, you're too close. You need to back up. If it hasn't noticed you, that's a good thing. You just want to stay right there and keep an eye on it and wait for it to move off the trail, which it will eventually. Once it does, you can safely continue your hike. If the wild animal, it has changed its behavior or is looking at you or has noticed you, you want to walk away. The way that you safely do that is by continuing to face the animal and slowly backing away until it goes about its business. So if you are too close and the bear has noticed you, maybe starting to make some aggressive movements. A typical one for a bear is going to be pawing at the ground or grunting. If they're doing that, you want to move away. Again, back up slowly. You can also make a lot of noise. Go, bear!
Go!
You
Go on,
are
bear.
wanted here.
Go!
Here.
Go, bear!
Move.
Eat Brennan! They don't understand what you're saying, but the point is to make a lot of noise. That's going to intimidate them a little bit, and generally they're going to run off. We've seen 3 bears on the trail while we're hiking, and all 3, as soon as they saw us, took off. Matter of fact, I couldn't even get my camera out to take a picture of them fast enough. And that's generally how most bear encounters go. Okay, snakes. If you see a snake, you want to immediately stop, and you want to back away. And you want to leave it alone, especially if you don't know whether it's venomous or not. So you want to try to avoid those snakes. If you see one on the trail, just let it go about its business. It will eventually cross and you can move on. Don't poke it, don't prod it, don't mess with it. You're just risking getting bit.
Numero 5.
The last common mistake that people make that we're going to address in this video is failing to tell somebody where you're going hiking and when you'll be back. And this has actually caused a couple of deaths in the national park. It's critically important that you tell somebody that is not hiking with you where you are going to be and what time they can expect you back. And then when you finish your hike, it's important that you call them to let them know that you are safe and everything's fine. Failure to do this can result in you getting lost, turned around, and being stuck out in the woods for days until somebody finally calls for help.
Dad, are we lost?
No, we're not lost. We're not lost at all. Okay, yeah, maybe we are lost. I probably should have told somebody where we were going to be hiking and what time we'd be back. So always make sure that you tell somebody where you're going to be and when you're going to be back. It may just save your life. All right, guys, that wraps up our most common hiking mistakes. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, got some value out of it. If you did, give the video a like. Be sure to subscribe so you can get all of our future content, and we'll see you next time.